Nasrin Shakarami, the mother of Nika Shakarami, announced the detention of her other daughter, Aida Shakarami, by the Islamic Republic's Morality Police. Nika Shakarami, a 17-year-old teenager, was abducted by the security forces of the Islamic Republic and murdered during the national uprising in Iran against the killing of Mahsa Amini in September 2022. Aida Shakarami, the sister of Nika Shakarami, who was killed during the national uprising in Iran after being detained by the Islamic Republic's security police, has been arrested by Islamic Republic's Morality Police for not wearing a hijab. We all know that the Islamic regime is a murderous one. According to an informed source based on a decree given to Shakila Monfared, a pro-monarchist political prisoner inside the prison, any privileges or permission for furlough for her will be subject to approval by the Tharallah Sepah IRGC security headquarters in Tehran. Shakila Monfared, who has been imprisoned, has faced multiple charges within the prison system by the judicial apparatus of the Islamic Republic. She is currently serving her sentence in the worst security and welfare conditions in prison. Asghar Sepehri, Fatemeh Sepehri's brother, shared on X regarding his sister's condition in detention. Fatemeh Sepehri was taken from Vakilabad prison to a virtual session where a person who introduced himself as a psychologist from the judiciary asked her personal questions, even about her childhood. This person refrained from disclosing his name to my sister, and she informed him that previously the Islamic Republic had sent a journalist interrogator, but now they've sent a psychologist interrogator. During this half-hour session, my sister felt very unwell and was transferred to the prison infirmary. The Islamic Republic, through its agents like Ali Soleimani Marshak, the investigator of Branch 903, subjects my sister to psychological torture. While the number of private complainants in the case of the 10 Baha'i women has significantly increased due to pressure and threats from the investigating officer and security forces, these women have been summoned for final defense statements. Informed sources reported that over 60 individuals have been summoned for each of the detained women, and nearly all of these individuals have filed complaints against these women under pressure from the Ministry of Intelligence. The families of these Baha'is have reported that 40 property documents and cars have been confiscated, and considering electronic devices and cash, each family has incurred at least 1.5 billion tomans in economic losses. Atena Farghadani, a cartoonist and civil activist, was arrested for installing one of her paintings in the vicinity of Pasteur Street. A close associate of Atena Farghadani stated, Mrs. Farghadani intended to display one of her paintings on a wall on Pasteur Street in Tehran as a protest action. While doing so, she was detained by security forces using force and transferred to Evin prison. The trial session for Manucher Bakhtiari's charges took place at Branch 110 of the Criminal Court 2 in Qazvin province, chaired by Judge Safarian and conducted via video conference. He was detained at Chubindan prison in Qazvin relating to the charge of spreading falsehoods through computer systems recently filed against him. Manucher Bakhtiari has been sentenced to lengthy imprisonments due to multiple cases filed against him. The Karaj Revolutionary Court rejected Mashallah Karami's temporary release. Reports indicate that this grieving father has been transferred without prior notice from Karaj Central Prison to an unknown location. After the reconstitution of the court, he was returned to prison, where it was revealed that he had been held in the Intelligence Detention Center. Mr. Karimi has been in detention since last year. His lawyer had announced that the Nazarabad Criminal Court in Karaj had scheduled the hearing for his client's case for the 17th of April of the current year. It is said that Mr. Karimi's family is also under pressure from security forces. Based on a verdict confirmed by Branch 36 of the Tehran Province Court of Appeals, Kayvan Rahimian, a Baha'i citizen, has been sentenced to a total of 9 years of imprisonment, 6 years of deprivation of social rights, and payment of a 50 million tomans cash fine for the charges of deviant educational or propagandistic activities contrary to or in violation of the Holy Islamic law, and gathering and collusion to commit crimes against national security. Mr. Rahimian was detained by security forces in Tehran and transferred to Evin prison. In one of the recently circulated videos depicting the new wave of assaults by the Islamic Republic on women and the disregard for their individual rights and freedoms under the fight against those who do not wear hijab, a young girl fainted after a verbal altercation with the Islamic Republic forces. No updates regarding the current physical condition of this young girl have been provided. The Islamic Republic, using the pretext of combating unwieldness, has deployed its aggressive force onto the streets with the intention of disrupting peace and encroaching upon individual rights and freedoms to an unprecedented extent. The core of the Islamic Republic's existence constitutes a conflict against Iran and the Iranian people. In a video widely circulated from the Tehran subway system, it is apparent that there is a substantial presence of Islamic Republic forces engaging with women who are not wearing hijab. One of the officers representing the Islamic Republic can be heard addressing the women aboard the subway, stating, "We are here to ensure your safety. Otherwise, you would face physical harassment daily." The internal news agency IRNA has released a video of the parade of the Islamic Republic's army in Mashhad, in which the anti-riot water cannon of the Special Forces unit, upon reaching its designated position, was being used. Some individuals present in the area were targeted. Floods in Sistan and Balochistan province have cut off access to 154 villages and disrupted electricity supply in various areas. Iran National Steel Industrial Group workers who were unjustly fired due to their economic grievances held a protest gathering outside the Iran National Steel Industrial Factory. Third day of the gathering in protest by service providers and caretakers of elementary and high schools in the city of Khomeini Shahr, facing the governor's office in Isfahan 15th of April 2024.